Straight wins in the playoffs coming off Tuesday's win. Can you just speak to the confidence level this team has heading into game 3 tonight?
So I think we're muted.
Sorry about that. But yeah, obviously our confidence is there. It was there before the 9-game winning streak or however many games we got. We have full confidence in each other. I think that's where it starts. For our group, we put in a lot of work into it. So we have confidence that every time we touch the floor, we should win the game. So if we do it collectively, we feel like we can conquer any game, no matter how hard it is or tough it is. So the confidence has been there all year, all season, and now playoffs.
Next up is going to be Cameron Cox with 12 News, followed by Dwayne Rankin.
Hey, Jay, good morning. Was Chris back with you guys this morning? If so, what was it like to get him back?
I mean, yeah, he's back with us. It was great to have him on the court, walk through a few things, talk to him about some stuff that we've been talking about amongst one another. But it was great to just have one of our guys back in the lineup and ready to go for tonight.
Next is Dwayne Rankin with the Arizona Republic, and then Kellen Olson.
Yeah, Jay, obviously, got to ask about that pass. I'm sorry. We have to rewind on your lob to Ayton. How did you make something that looked difficult in terms of the angle easy?
I mean, obviously, you're not focusing on what can go wrong. You're focusing on how to make the pass right. It's happening so fast. You don't have much time to think. You just got to react. And that's honestly what just happened. I just reacted. Obviously, when you throw a lob, you're just trying to throw it in the area. And that's what I tried to do, is throw it as close to the rim as possible, and give DA a chance to tip it in. So that's all my mindset was, just get it as close to the rim as possible once he got a screen, once Book got a screen on DA's man.
Did that work out as perfect as did that work out as good as it could have worked out? I mean, was that as close as you could get to having a perfect play on that? With everything that happened with the screen and all that.
A lot of stuff had to go right, but we had other options. Obviously, DA was the first one. That was my first option, but I had other options to look at once. I wasn't going to pass the ball to DA. I had a few more options, but once I saw Book get a good clip of Zubac, I knew I had a chance to just get it there. He had a chance to just jump cleanly and have a chance to win the game. So a lot of stuff had to play a factor in that. Book set a great screen. Coach drew up a great play. We had to execute it, and that's what we did.
Next is Kellen Olson with Arizona Sports, followed by Sierra Santos.
Hey, Jay, I don't know if you saw the video right behind you of how close the ball came to the side of the backboard, but in real time, did you even realize that, or did it happen so fast that you just kind of threw the pass?
It happened so fast, man. You don't even get to calculate like how close you are to the backboard. Obviously, my mindset wasn't even focused on the backboard. I'm really looking at the rim and like a space. But now I saw that angle, I was like, damn, it was very close, inches away from hitting the backboard. So I would have felt really bad. We wouldn't be having this conversation if I just hit it outside the backboard. That's crazy. It'd be crazy, but it was just like something that just happened. Now, I mean, I'm just reacting. Us as basketball players just react. And when you throw a lob or throw a pass, you just reacting and doing something that we've done our whole life, is just throw an alley-oop to the area.
Next is Sierra Santos with Fox 10, followed by Dave McMenamin.
Hey, Jay, not that you guys need it, but what is getting CP3 back tonight do for morale as far as boosting it?
He's our lead. He's one of our main leaders on this team. He's a guy who he has a voice in our locker room. So once you take that away from us, obviously it's definitely difficult for us, but we have to get it done. And when you give us that back, obviously it definitely brings a joy, a sense of togetherness that all our guys are back together, and one of our leaders is back with us. So for the morale of our team, it definitely enhances it a lot. I think it's great to have him back, especially on the road, tough environment, playoff environment where you need your leadership, you need everything to be all intact to get a playoff road win. So it's good to have him back, especially on the road here for Game 3.
Next is Dave McMenamin with ESPN, followed by Greg Moore.
Hey, Jay, Bonnie was able to kind of take the pause in the action from the review to bring you guys together to draw up that play. What do you remember just about that moment in terms of him being the coach on the spot and kind of being resourceful?
I think he did a good job of just while they were reviewing, moving on to the next play, knowing that it can go either way, but we're going to prepare like it's our ball, and that's what we did. Prepare like it was our ball, and he drew up a great play. He executed well. He was very poised, and I think that trickled down to everybody else to stay poised in that moment and finish the game. Even though things were not going our way there late in that game, we just stayed poised and stayed together. And I think Coach did a great job of just being the main example of that. While he drawing up the plays, just talking us through it and letting us know our options on it with time and score. So he did a great job of just having poise and moving on to the next play.
Thanks, Jay.
Next up is Greg Moore with the Arizona Republic, followed by Gina Mizell.
Thanks, man. Jay, good to see you, man. How you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
Doing great, man. And I'm wondering about your background as a two-sport athlete. Maybe how does that affect your versatility on the floor? They ask you to do lots of different things, not just the inbounds pass. You got to defend a lot of guys. You got to knock down shots. Does your background as a two-sport athlete affect your versatility?
I mean, that helps, but I've been playing this game of basketball for a long time, since I was 5 years old, so that helps as well. Just knowing the game, trying to be as versatile as possible in this game of basketball. I just think that's just what I bring to the table. And my teammates and coaches doing a great job of just putting me in position to help the team. And I help the team in a lot of different ways. So I just think I may come from my two-sport background, but I just feel like I've been playing this game for a long time. I study it. It's been my life since I was a kid. So I think that helps play a role in just me being able to just help my teammates play a lot of different positions and roles on the team. I just feel like that just comes with just years and years and years of just being in a basketball house, basketball environment, and just breathing it each and every day. So it may play a factor, I don't know, but it definitely is. It definitely helped at some point. I don't know how much.
Got time for three more. Next is going to be Gina Mizell with Suns.com, and then Richard Science.
Hey, Jay, to kind of go back to just the overall postseason run you guys are on, it makes me think back to after Game 3 when you were in LA and had those 2 days off in between Game 3 and 4. And just when I know it's hard to reflect in the moment, but what do you feel like those 2 days maybe did for you guys? Because you have not lost a game since then.
I don't know. It definitely brought us together. We were facing a little adversity that during that time we were down a little bit, and I just felt like we had to come in on that first day we had off to just come in and just get some work done, be in the gym with each other, talk it out, talk through some stuff, and then the next following day have a good practice and good warm-up day to gear up for Game 4. But I think our mental mindset was definitely where it needs to be. Our headspace was in the right area. With facing adversity, I feel like things are not going to always go right, and that we had been preaching that the whole playoffs, and that was our first time facing a little adversity, and it definitely built a little more character in our locker room and with our coaches and players. It definitely helped us. It helped us. It just brings the best out of us to give our best and try to be the best team we can be. And I think that's what happened during that little gap, the 2-day rest, just us focusing on ourselves and trying to get back to what we need to do to impose our will. And once we found out what works, and just stick to it and do it at a high level. And I think that helped us overachieve a little adversity during that time and able to come out with a win the next game. So it was great for our team to go through that.
Final two questions are Richard Science with Fox 10 and Law Murray.
Hey, Jay, I know you talked about, having Chris Paul, the person, and Fred back, but just can you tell us about, having the player, Chris Paul, back and what he brings to the table on the court?
Well, I'm surprised I got to sit here and say that. You guys know what he brings. You know the savviness he brings as a point guard, as the guy with the ball making decisions on our team. He's the guy making the plays, whether it be for himself or for others. So whether he scores 2 points a night, I'm sure his impact will be much more than what he scored. His impact as a leader, his impact of how he gets guys involved is undeniable, and that's what we missed the most out of Chris, is just his leadership. Once we get a 6 or 7 point lead on the road, how do we handle the next few possessions? I think that's what Chris brings, especially. That's what he brought this whole playoffs and all season for us. So as a player, we know exactly what he brings. We missed that playmaking ability on our team these past few games, and it's good to have him back. But we all know what he's about on the court, and what he brings. Obviously, he's going to help me, my game a lot with just helping the other players put in position, helping myself get in position, and giving ourselves a chance to win the game at a high level, especially on the road. So he brings all of that and some more, and we missed him.
Final question is Law Murray with The Athletic.
Hey, Jay, this is obviously another conference finals run for you after last year. What do you see similar to the Suns team that in your short time with the Heat, you kind of saw developing in the bubble last year?
Probably just the confidence in the younger guys, the confidence that just seeing how the confidence has grown through players who just their first time in the playoffs. Just last year, and my Miami team, it was a few guys we had playing high-level minutes, and just confidence grew with there being that first playoff appearance. Their confidence just grew as the playoffs went. I think I'm seeing the same thing with the younger players on this team. First time in the playoffs, like you see Campaign, the performance he had last game. Camp Johnson's been playing great for us. So just their confidence in what they can do and how they can help our team win games has definitely grown and continue to grow each and every game. I think that's the similarities that we have in the past two teams I've been on for the conference finals. So it's great to be a part of, great to see growth, and great to see guys who really step up to the challenge and when their name is called and make plays.